Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Jeff Bearden. I'm the very proud superintendent of Forsyth County Schools. I want to welcome everybody this afternoon to our time capsule ceremony for Hendricks Middle School. I want to thank the members of the Hendricks family for joining us this afternoon. It's nice to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Opening a new school is always a great opportunity, and it is also a great challenge. Opening in the middle of a global pandemic is especially challenging. Hopefully, COVID is now something we simply learn to navigate, and is no longer the same threat that it once was. If true, next year should be a much more normal experience for the Hendricks community. Despite COVID, our newest middle school has experienced great success, and that success is due largely to the awesome student body we have here at Hendricks Middle School. Early this year, I had an opportunity to visit with some of the student leaders here at Hendricks, and I was really impressed as they were working with the staff to create the most positive school experience possible for the entire Hendricks community. I was impressed with their commitment, their energy, and their passion. Bringing students and staff together from other schools is not easy, but these student leaders were absolutely determined to create a family atmosphere for all students at Hendricks Middle School. And I know you guys as 8th graders only have 1 year of experience here. Thank you for setting the mark really high for students who will follow in your footsteps. I appreciate the principal, Ms. Riddle, and her entire leadership team, our teachers, our staff at Hendricks Middle School for working with many stakeholders in our community to create connections for our students, for our staff, and our families. It really has been an amazing first year, but the best is yet to come for Hendricks Middle School. At this time, please allow me to introduce your principal, Ms. Cheryl Riddle. Ms. Riddle.
Thank you, Dr. Bearden. And for all of my guests, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate all the support that you have given, not only me, my administrative staff, but the students and community families in this community. So I appreciate all of that. One of the things I'd like to say is introduce my administrative team. Dr. Beth Loading, TJ Maniscalco. As you can tell, he would be the 8th grade administrator. And Ms. Dana Reed. When we first started on this journey, I couldn't imagine being here today in this building and being ready to start and actually finishing this first year without that administrative team. They pulled everything together and helped create our Hendricks way, so thank you. At this time, I would like to ask actually before I do that, I want to give you a few highlights of some things that we've accomplished this year at Hendricks Middle School. Our math league ended up winning 2nd place and are sending 4 students to nationals at Texas A&M this summer. Our 7th and 8th grade girls basketball team won the Forsyth County Schools Sportsmanship Trophy and added that to our trophy case. Came in 2nd place and is continuing to grow and get better each time they perform. Our competition cheer came in as runner-ups in their first inaugural county championship competition. Our cross-country team placed 3rd in one of the fall distance classics and continued to set personal PRs throughout the year. Our FBLA scored 1st place in exploring economics, 2nd place in critical thinking, and 3rd place in multimedia and website development. Amazing. time, I'd like to introduce maybe the Hendricks family, and I believe someone has something to come up and put in our time capsule.
Thank you, Cheryl. We really appreciate you including us, and we're excited to be here and have the opportunity to add some items to the time capsule. First, we have one of the bricks from the grand opening. So to remember July the 24th, when the school first opened to the community. And then we also printed former Superintendent Paula Galt's remarks that she shared at the grand opening, so the future Hawks would know a little bit about Don Hendricks, my dad, the namesake of our school. We also included one of the booklets from the Celebration of Excellence this year, and it lists some information about the Don Hendricks Partnership Award and the businesses in the community that have received that since it started in 2002. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to add a book of photos that we put together, pictures from the grand opening. Also includes some newspaper articles of when Dad ran for the Board of Education in 1992 and was first sworn in, and then also some newspaper articles from the process of voting to name the school, Hendricks Middle School, some photos of the groundbreaking ceremony in November of 2019, construction progress on the school, and then pictures of July the 24th when the school was first opened. So we're going to add that book and also leave a copy here for Cheryl. So thank you so much. Again, we appreciate you including us and look forward to seeing what else is going in the capsule.
So much. Wow. What an honor and privilege it has been for me to get to know this Hendricks family over this year, and knowing Don when I first started out in education. So what an influence he has been, not only in my life, but in those in our educational community. All right, here comes my selections. First of all, we could not do anything without putting one of our first Hawks t-shirts in there. Of course, I'm adding all of our cards from the grand opening to the ceremony, opening ceremony, and then our time capsule ceremony. And I believe we have a couple of newspapers that will highlight the naming of our 11th middle school and also our grand opening. So we'll place those in there. I have our first faculty picture. So I'm not sure all of us will be back in 25 years to open this up, but it will actually probably bring a few laughs for everybody. But thank you to this faculty for taking on this initiative and being here with us today. I had to wrap this because we haven't unveiled our inaugural yearbook. So I didn't want to spoil the surprise for our students. We are going to place a yearbook. Once we roll that out and unveil it to our staff, it will go in and replace this, but our yearbook. All right, my special champions. And here we go. Who can give me a go dogs? All right, be nice. Our 2021 national champions, Georgia Bulldog football. And I have a very special book that I want to place in here. Selena, are you here? Can you stand? Oh, there you are. I want to introduce to you, we have a student that is a published author. This is your second?
No, first.
This is your first book, but your other book is already in.
The second one I haven't put in this library yet, but I've done put the first one.
So I want to read to you a little bit of something. Her book is about a firefly's night. If you have a chance, we will be placing this in every one of our media centers. But it says, to my family and closest friends who gave me the feedback I needed to keep writing, because at one point I thought I was not good enough. Special thanks also to her 6th grade teacher, Mr. Polano, who is here today. And I would be remiss if I did not show these posters. The Johnsons is our yearbook company, and he gave us. At this time, I'm going to call our 6th grade representative, Miss Kinsley Key.
So, some of the things that we have put on the 2021 highlights of our time capsule poster is number 34 for Alex Payne, Bo, Miss Tammy's dog, a movie of the year Encanto, game of the year Wordle, sports moments of the year Atlanta Braves and Georgia Bulldogs national champions, and those are just some of the things that we put.
So 6th grade got together and came up with items that they felt like highlighted their year in the 6th grade. So that's what they put into a poster, and we're going to insert that into so they would know.
So my decision was to do a COVID theme because I had no other idea, but we made a Hawks mask for the COVID theme, and I think that it was a very challenging time. I knew I had some relatives who were sick from that, but I think making this like a source of empowerment to get us through the times have helped us. And I think it's going to be a really good addition. Thank you.
Isabella.
Hello, everyone. So, I just have a couple of things to say about this year and my experience at Hendricks. Originally, I planned to stay at my former school. Well, it was one more year, right? My sister, however, a rising sixth grader, wanted to go to Hendricks, so I attended one of the orientations with her. Immediately, I was captivated by the staff. They possessed a certain kind of charisma, raw passion, enthusiasm, and energy that is often hard to find these days. With the prospect of a new start at a new school with these wonderful people, I decided to transfer. Am I glad that I did? Being a leader at Hendricks has given me the opportunity to work with incredibly bright young people. It is truly a gift to see them at work, reaching their full potential. So I'm burning this shirt as a monument not only to my own work, but to the work of our amazing student advisory. We have worked so hard to make you and your opinions integral to the foundation of this school. And we have worked so hard to implement the celebration of diversity, not only within our school, but throughout our community. I cannot wait to see what all these hardworking kids will be up to in the future. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be a leader here at Hendricks. It has been an honor. When we reopen this time capsule in 25 years' time, I cannot wait to see the faces of the Hawks that have and will continue to make Hendricks Middle an exemplary school and community for all.
Hello, everyone. If you don't know, my name is Sean Underwall. I was this year's Oratorical winner. I'd like to present my oratorical speech to you guys. Staying optimistic in challenging times. The churning mass of water stings against my skin. I've learned many life lessons through my passion for swimming, but the most important is that life is like a swim through an ocean. Occasionally, the seas will be calm and the journey will be easy, while other times, the waves will continuously pummel you and push you back. But even then, as Dory from the Pixar film Finding Nemo said, just keep swimming. I remember when my family felt as if we were drowning in a vast ocean of life. My cousin, who's like an older brother to me, met a devastating accident in the fall of 2020. Following the accident, he was in a coma for 8 grueling months and was diagnosed with an injury that few patients recover from. And every single medical professional that we consulted only predicted grim fate for him. They told us to either prepare to take care of him in a vegetative state for the remainder of his life, or to let him go and move on. But despite these seemingly impossible obstacles, my family droned out the negativity and began to focus on belief, hope, and optimism. We assured ourselves that this too would pass away, and we kept swimming. I'm sure many people across this nation have felt similar waves of helplessness and hopelessness. September 11th, 2001. Approximately 3,000 Americans died that morning, many of whom had loving families, young children, and even newborns. These kids began their lives in the aftermath of the deadliest attack on U.S. soil, and were seen as a symbol of hope and reconstruction, but just Imagine being seen as a beacon of optimism, yet having to form your identity around that day and the absence of a parent. But despite this, they accurately symbolize optimism. These kids, now young adults, have learned that their lives can't be taken for granted, while also acknowledging the impact of their parents' legacies on them. They now strive for every moment, opportunity, and dream for their parents and themselves. We all have limited time on this planet, and the children of 9/11 only tell us to keep on swimming. Similarly, my aunt learned to move past the day on which my cousin was injured, and rather focused her efforts on his recovery. She spent countless hours beside his bed, gradually helping him regain his former life. And while we still have ways to go, my cousin can now stand and can even walk a few steps. My aunt's optimism and unwavering perseverance acted as a life jacket for our family, constantly helping us stay afloat and above the dark waters of pessimism as we kept swimming. I believe that even in these moments of darkness, our ability to embrace optimism can shine a spotlight on the yellow brick road. Think of the vaccines we have created amid disastrous pandemics, the movement we've led to advocate for our beliefs, the cities we've rebuilt from rubble and dust. As long as we are optimistic and hard-working, we can rise up from the ashes of adversity like phoenixes burning bright with hope and light. So, stay optimistic in those challenging times, because it's optimism that encourages us to dream and imagine the possibilities. It's optimism that can change lives. It's optimism, yes, optimism, that motivates us to swim to the finish line. Thank you.
Thank you. This really concludes our ceremony and our time capsule, but honored guests, if you would, join us in the front office where we will close up the time capsule and place it in its, special place. We will not bury it underground, sorry. So thank you so much for coming with us today and being here and helping us celebrate our inaugural year at Hendricks Middle School. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't want to drop it. Gosh,
It's slick.
got it. Okay.
All right.
It's official.
And then this will be nailed shut.